What's up, fam? Guys, it's time to go to the gym. I need it. Um, I just want to stop in and say, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for all the comments, for y'all subscribing to the channel, being a part of your Sawyer brother. Um, I noticed, through the comments, I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, I've been doing this for as long as I have. I'm not somebody who really care about the attention so much, and I knew my ex is somebody who do care about the attention, and she actually she got better results. So therefore, I let her do more of the videos. Now, a lot of times I was recording them. A lot of times, I allow her to go ahead and do the videos of stuff that, I actually done. So it's not that I can't do it. It's not. It's more that when there's a couple or two people that's together for a common goal, there's no need for both parties to be proficient in everything, because it's two of y'all. So one of y'all do one thing, another one do another. I know if you single and you can't get along with nobody, you don't understand that. There's no need for my wife to know how to use the lawnmower. You know what I mean? There's no need for her to know how to drive the truck. There was no need for her to know how to pay the bills. It was a lot of things that there was no need for her to do. Um, when it came to making certain content, you know, uh, she was better at doing it because she actually liked more of the attention. I just want the results. Don't really care that much for the attention. If the attention comes with the results, then I'll take it. But just to be out in front of people, just to say I'm out in front of people, it's not my thing. You know what I mean? So if the goal is to get a message out, and the only way I can get that message out is to get out here in front, then I got no problem with that. But just doing it for kicks and giggles, that's not me. And it was more her. And another thing that I realized, I think more people, not enough people realize that everybody's different. Everybody has their own talents, their own gifts, their own abilities. And God knows that about us. So when we sit down and we pray to Him, how He advises us to move is based off of our gifts, our abilities, our talents. If you are going through what I'm going through, and you'll go and you're driven to just sit still and just pray and just sit still, don't do nothing, that just may be what you can do. My gifts are more in to being aware and actually acknowledging a situation and then analyzing it and then reacting. God knows that about me. Yeah, I sit still, I be quiet, but I'm never not thinking. I'm never not, reacting to my surroundings. I'm always doing that. And if I'm a person who don't like certain behaviors out of people, and I see those behaviors in front of me, I'm gonna react some kind of way. For instance, growing up, I was the dude who fought bullies. If I saw you mistreating some little kid, somebody who just was too afraid, somebody who was a little different, yeah, you know, I more than likely was gonna get in your face and make you back down, or I was gonna fight you, because that always bothered me. I didn't know why that did back then, but I absolutely know that now, and that's the reason why I got into law enforcement, because I thought I could make a difference in that way. Of course, you find out once you get there, there's only so much you can do, but you can actually make yourself happy, feeling like you actually made a difference in somebody's life that day. But you know, is that necessarily what that's there for? Yeah, not really. You know what I mean? But you know, you learn a lot of things. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to see a lot of personalities. I think people call them signs, but you know, I put people in boxes. You know, in each box, people belong in. You know, there are the sheep, and they're the sheepdogs. And you know, in law enforcement, you kind of learn about the sheep and the sheepdog. A lot of people sit around oblivious to the dangers around them, with their head down, just eating. You know, those are the sheep. Ain't nothing wrong with them. We need them. I mean, they got their needs. They got their abilities. You know, they serve a purpose. Then you got the sheepdogs to protect us. And I'm to my core that. You know, I naturally feel that. I'm naturally built for that. So when I pray to God, He gonna tell me something different than He'll tell the sheep. You know, so understand, guys. This is not out of just, you know, being hurt about getting a divorce, because that happens. I'm keenly aware of that. There's nothing I can do about that. All I could do is my part. The other part belongs to the other person. And if they're not willing to do the work, there's nothing can be done. I'm keenly aware of that. And, you know, to me, it just seems like common sense, but it's not to everybody, all right? So I realize some people carry that a lot longer and harder than others. Once I get it through my head that I did what I was supposed to do and I did what I could, I'm done. Like I'm okay. I'm okay. Now, life is gonna be different. It's always different after that. I'm keenly aware of that, and it's gonna take the time for me to get used to the difference in that. It is more the actions that happen during and after that. You know, that didn't have to happen. And to me, that's taking advantage of another person. I'm a sheepdog. I'm not a sheep. I don't like to just allow things to happen around me. And I don't like things to happen to me. Now, when it comes to a divorce, I can't do nothing about that. But if you're doing something to harm me, to victimize me, I definitely want to fight back. I want to protect you. I want to protect me. That's just how I'm built. I have always been that way. Before I even knew I was that way, I was that way. And, you know, hurt. I hear, you know, I can see and hear the hurt. That's normal, guys. If you go through anything, you're going to actually feel a certain way. I can brush hurt off really, really, really quick. I don't know why, I just can. But that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you took stuff from me that did not belong to you for no reason whatsoever. And when given the opportunity to share, you refuse. So you are absolutely stealing and being irrational about the whole situation. And I'm not one to just sit back and just allow that to happen. Now, because the day and age we in, I handle it like I'm handling it. In another day, it'll be handled in another way. But this is, what I do. This is how I'm handling this situation. And, guys, I've been through everything, every kind of training, everything you could think of. I probably have been through it, So it's not that I'm not capable. I'm probably in the top 5% of being capable. But that's not where we at. That's not what we're doing. So, bringing light to situations where other people can be aware is definitely what I'm doing. All right. I know what I'm doing works better than any other thing. I'm gonna put it that way. So there's a lot of reasons why I chose to handle it this way. Now, when I prayed, I was led this way, and I told some of y'all that I will look into it. I will look into the way I'm being led to react, and I will evaluate. And this is still where I'm at. Still where I'm at. And like I said in other videos, I'm keenly aware that there's multiple ways that this can come out, and I have looked at them all, and I'm good with this way. So that's just the way I'm moving. And I just want to let all y'all know that I have been reading all y'all comments, even my trolls, even the people who's been inboxing me. I appreciate all y'all kind words, and I appreciate y'all helping and wanting to help, and giving me some great advice, because some of y'all did actually really, really give me some advice that I took to heart. I did, and I appreciate y'all, wholeheartedly, just for caring. When you type 2 paragraphs, regardless of what you're saying, that means you actually took interest in and you cared enough to actually do that. And this is what this is. This is social media, guys. I have no doubt that that's what this is. I know people, keep your business off social media. This is social media. I came up in a day where this stuff was not something that you would do. You would keep your business to yourself. We in a different day. We are of social media. So to those of you who are just seeing me for the first time, guys, we over all our platforms got over 2 million followers. And we've been doing this for 5 years. So just because you may not have seen me before, that don't mean I'm new to this. All right, so I'm keenly aware what social media is and what it can do. I do not advise this for nobody else, to do this for nobody else. There's a lot of negatives that can come from this, but there is also some positives also. So, I'm keenly aware of all of them, and most of y'all are not. So when you give that advice, that is good advice. Don't put your business on social media. That is excellent advice, unless you already all over social media. You know what I mean? Because you allowing somebody to write your narrative if you're on social media and you do not say anything. All right, point blank, period. That's just all to it. And I'm not one to just sit back and allow somebody to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me a workout on because I definitely need it. I've been putting together content, guys. I've been working, and hopefully, y'all appreciate all the work I'm putting in. So far, y'all been amazing, and y'all been amazing. Y'all have been, watching my content. Y'all been commenting, and know that I so much appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm reading the comments. I'm answering them as many of them as I can. I still got to produce. I still got to do life. So I still got to do all the other things too. But know that I'm reading. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the treadmill, and I'm gonna read some more of y'all comments. And if I can answer them right away, I will. So just know that I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Everybody who just subscribe to my channel, follow my channel. Any support that you are lending to me is much, much appreciated. So guys, I'm gonna keep up with, I'm gonna keep y'all abreast of what's going on. At some point, we'll go live, and we just kick it. We're gonna talk. Y'all know me in a certain manner. Y'all don't know me, and I will make sure y'all do know me. All right. I got no fake to my funk at all. None. I'm smart enough to say what I know I should be saying, and not say what I shouldn't be saying. But I have no fake to me. None. So if you expecting me to be somebody that is gonna be political, I'm just not. I'm not a political person. I'm gonna say exactly how I feel, and I have no apologies from that. I know I'm not a nasty person, so therefore nastiness just don't come off on me. But if you take offense to what I say, that's on you, because I don't say offensive things to people. I just don't. But you can be offended by what I say, but that's you. That's you being thin-skinned. That's you being, a puff cake or whatever you want to call that. I'm just not going to naturally say mean things to people. I don't think I could. Well, I could if you actually made me. I could. Let me not say that, because there's a lot of things I will do if you put me in the right situation. But that's just not me naturally. I'm not going to just do that, because I don't like bullies. I don't like people who victimize other people. I just don't like it. In no way. At all. So, guys, till the next time.